Oh, weird. Cool. That's fun. Glad I did that intro. Thank you, Nord501. How you doing today? I so on my Stream Deck, I pressed the unmute button. I didn't like look at it to make sure that it took. I apparently didn't press the button all the way in because it didn't unmute. I know. I thought it was a computer issue too at first when you said that, but no. It's a skill issue. That's all it was. Oh, you thought a computer issue because you didn't get volume on the ads. Oh, okay. Well, that's good, right? Also, hello, Stacking. How are you doing today? All right. Well, anyways, we are working on the LMS testing stuff today. So full stack testing, the entire LMS is made in Rust. So it's Rust plus Yew.rs. Yew is a front-end framework similar to React, but obviously it runs in WebAssembly and we write Rust for it. I think the entire project, I only have a few lines that I've written in JavaScript for it, and all those lines of JavaScript were wrapper lines around libraries, so I can call that from Rust easier. So I wouldn't have to write it all in Rust, because that's still a little bit of a pain for complex things, or maybe I should say complicated things. But either way, it makes it easy and nice. I guess you did everything you wanted to yesterday with the half-baked library. Well, no, actually, I have some plans for that. So I was thinking about it, and I now have a project that I want to do with that. That's going to be a fun, chaotic, hopefully interesting project. But we won't know until we try it. And I think that's actually going to turn into my tomorrow project, like the actual fun project time. We're gonna start working on that and doing that. That's also going to be a Twitch only stream because I want to keep that more, because it's more like sort of unknown, maybe a little bit less good programming, like good stuff. We're gonna keep it fun. That's the idea. Mm. And I completely forgot that I wanted to actually start this thing. So if I let's see, what was it? It was Stream Manager. Yeah, I need to. It's gonna be a little bit before I get into the habit of actually doing this. A new Twitch API library. I mean, sort of, not exactly. What I have in mind is pretty much exactly what we were doing yesterday, except more of them, and then also turning a lot of that into like a challenge idea, something like that. And there might be more Twitch API type things that we can do, but I might also do, I don't know. We'll talk about it more tomorrow. We need to plan it out and figure it out. And so I only have like a super rough idea of what I want to do right now. Not really like anything specific, which will be nice. Okay, but today's about LMS day because it's Tuesday. Tuesday is like course days and LMS days and all that stuff. So over the last week or so, I was able to get the testing working. The login working. So now I have a function that we can use to log in. All the secret stuff is in an .env file, which is not shared, and hopefully I won't accidentally expose it because it has been, 1 day since key exposure. So that's fun. And the plan is, so I have authentication set up for this. Let's go ahead and what did I change? Oh, I changed you to 8080. Did we ever finish Shenzhen? So we finished all of the puzzles that I was able to complete with chat's help. Yeah. So that left several puzzles that we weren't able to complete, and eventually ran into a wall where they wouldn't release new puzzles for me unless I just went up and looked up solutions. So I ended up calling that a stream, like a day, a project. Basically, I declared it finished for us. We quit the job. So kind of is the answer. All right, so basically I want to do some testing type stuff. Now I've already written a test for actually like logging in and doing that. So other type features that I think would be really nice to have tested. At least we didn't stay to become the grumpy old guy like Carl. That's very true. Very, very, very true. All right, I think what I want to do is sort of a mega test that walks through just everything, all the features, just one giant like feature type thing. And we can do that with CodeGen, kind of, or we can build it ourselves. The CodeGen is really nice, except it has a higher chance of exposing stuff. So this is the UI runner, and I only have the auth tests in here right now. I can run a CodeGen, which is run down here. So with this, over here I have this window, and it's going to display all the fun things that I do. So if for example, I go to log in, so I click on that, it loads up my authentication, and I just type in, my email. You can see that's just in there. And if I go to password, that's in there too. So something to be aware of, I need to keep that over there so you can't see it. And I need to make sure I don't accidentally bring it over here. Otherwise, I'm going to expose a test user. And then I'll have to reset my counter for how long it's been since I've exposed a secret to you all. It's been 1 day. That's good, right? I think Zilby is overwhelmed because he's just lying there staring at the wall. And I think he does that every once in a while when he gets overwhelmed by things. RO Cloud, hello. How are you doing today? How do you generate that code in Rust then? So I don't generate it in Rust. It's going to stay in Playwright. And Playwright, for me, this is all going to be TypeScript code. So not Rust. The application is written in Rust, and I use Yew.rs for that. The testing code, I haven't really found any good testing libraries in Rust yet. The best in class so far is Playwright, and there's a couple different languages that you can use, but TypeScript, in my opinion, is like sort of the best one to choose with Playwright. So I'm not sort of like one of those people who are going to force the wrong language to use for this, or use bad language. This is a real project, so I want to actually do that. All right, so I want to reset. And we're going to figure out what are our testing. So we're going to be testing like the entire flow about like somebody coming in, right? And like if we imagine, also that's fun. That's apparently what the window looks like. They only open up this size, which I guess works. Even Lepto's scaffolding uses Playwright as the end-to-end test. I mean, Playwright's really good. Like, I would say a couple of years ago, it was Cypress. That was what we all said was really good. Nowadays, it's Playwright. Playwright has been getting better and better and better, and I don't think it's as popular as Cypress yet, but give it time. It'll get there. I don't think anyone in the Rust world has tried to make a good end-to-end testing. I think a couple people have tried, and then it's just never turned into anything. Because every once in a while on like various forums, I see people talk about like, hey, here's like an end-to-end testing library that I'm starting to work on. And then it just like, nobody ever hears about it again. So either they're in like, they're just sort of focus mode, but it's going to take a long time to get there because end-to-end testing doesn't need to be any one language, right? Like we can use Playwright for this because I'm testing the flow from outside. And in some ways that's really nice because I get a focus on the user's point of view as opposed to just, Rust point of view. Okay, so what's going to happen? So somebody comes in and they're going to look at all this stuff. They're going to maybe read around here. They're going to scroll down. Maybe they'll join Discord. I don't know a good way to actually test the Discord because this links to another one. And I don't want to necessarily like have myself actually join Discord multiple times. So I'm just going to ignore that. And then we want to go and take a look at the courses. But you know what? It's not that simple. I want to start maybe more simply than that. We start as an author and we create a course and then people come and look at it. I like that a little bit more. So we're going to log in and I'm going to put in my email address. For my test author. And this is where I can't show it to you anymore because that will expose that. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I'm here, so I expect to see, welcome Brooks. I expect to see that I'm an author. And then I want to create a new tag. So we're going to call this tag Rust. I expect to see Rust. I then want to go to create course. We're going to do... Now, eventually I want to do this as sort of like a more randomized test where it creates this randomly over and over and over again. That way I can reset the database between each test and everything will just sort of be fine and work with this. Or maybe I don't have to reset the database every single time in the test and I just reset it every once in a while. And these are tests, so I'm not going to do this in production. So we can call this like Introduction to Rust course right now. Going to choose Rust. This is my long description. This is my short description. not a live course. I'm going to create a course. I expect to see that. Want to close you. Let's go ahead and create an article now. So maybe we can call this introduction. Welcome to the course. Create the article. See that. Click on you. Let's create another article for this. Maybe something with some code in it. So like, I don't know. Create a function. All right, so we have tilde Rust. We'll just do like pub function. I am a function. Okay, so that goes in there. We close that off. Okay, 2 articles created. You should now see that. Click on close. Okay, that's good. Then I want to go to courses. Here's our Introduction to Rust course. I'm going to go to course articles, and then I want to add in introduction, create a function, save, see that. Go to courses, go to here. I should see all of these. We hit preview. I should see the 2 course articles. And I can't actually preview them right now because, you know, reasons. And I guess that's going to be interesting, right? Because I don't own this course. So I need some way to maybe like give the course to a user, maybe some like GUI to like assign ownership of the course. And that might be something we have to do as part of testing, because I can't necessarily go into the article without then making it preview. And so that's like kind of we're here. Like we're done as far as we can do with testing now, right? Like I can log out. We could then go to the courses, introduction to Docker. I should still see all of these. Oh, why did that go? Oh, log out went here. Oh, that's the problem. Okay. All right, so that's clearly a problem. So I think we're done. Or rather, want to go to okay, so logged out, go to courses, there, view that, preview, view that. Huh. These ones have preview. Because I needed to refresh. Okay, so then I can preview in here. So I can see introduction, I can see welcome to the course. I can complete and go to the next function. See you. And I mean, we're essentially done. And so then I'll head back to here. Okay. And then I guess see you. All right, so I think we're done with that. I mean, that's pretty much every single feature. There's a couple little features, the little check mark that you get when you're logged in as a learner and you own the course. But I think that those will have to come. I don't know how important those are for testing, at least right now. Now, what I want to do, can I delete some of these? Oh, I can't edit them. Okay, so I want to create a new test. Okay, so we have auth TS. I want to touch. I guess this is going to be LMS tests, like the full flow tests. Yeah, like I don't know, all flow spec.ts. I'm not really sure a good name to give it. Okay, this has some secret stuff in it, so you got to go over there. All right, so I want to. Okay, so email address we click and then we fill. Okay, so I want to do that. Okay, email address, press tab. Password, that doesn't go in there. Okay, now I think everything else is safe. All right, so here's what this looks like. Await page. Okay, so we go to localhost 8080. Also, this isn't loading my LSP stuff. Let's see. I think what I need to do to get that working is quit out of here, drop to the shell. Did that not work? I was hoping to get the NVM working for that. That didn't look like it worked. Let's see, what else can I, like npm install global. I think it's just TypeScript language or maybe TypeScript also. Okay. No, okay, so it's just quitting right away. I got this working in my other config, so I'm kind of. Yeah, okay, so I think it's just this. That's what I want. I wonder if I'm missing like pretty or something? Oh, could not find a valid TypeScript installation. Please ensure that the TypeScript dependency is installed in the workspace. Or, okay, so npm install TypeScript like that. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so now you can see I have my types all in here. So I get help again. Okay, so we await, go to localhost 8080. Now I believe that I can set this in the Playwright config. I set here the base URL is whatever I have in a process.env test URL, or go to localhost 8080, which is perfect. So if I come back to here, I can actually just say go to / get by role. Okay, so get by role link, login or sign up. Okay, great. Get by label, email address, click it. Email address, fill it. And so this is going to be process.env dot, and then I think I have that up over here. So test. So this is going to be an author. So test author username. Oh, an ad break just started. Sorry about that. Or undefined. So I can just do or empty string. Email address, press tab. Then we go into password and we fill env dot test author password or nothing. Okay, so get the continue button, click that. Don't click the password twice. Don't click that. Okay. Now we expect to come back to here. So I want to see Welcome Brooks. I want to see that we're an author. Locator, okay, navbar, support content. Okay, yeah, so then everything else I think is going to be the same. It would be nice to have this create random tags and random everything else. And I think I can do that. There's a JavaScript library for creating randomized stuff, and I used to know what it was. I used it all the time in testing, and I don't remember what it is anymore. Well, and then there was like a big drama about this library too. It got like removed, and then everybody switched over. Like somebody forked it and created a new version of it, and everybody uses that now. But I don't remember what it's called. Let's see if we can find it. I don't think it's random. Oh, you're an ad break? The next thing I want to do is create random like titles, random tags, like random other stuff as part of the testing. I remember that there was a random generator. Oh, Faker. That's what it was. It was Faker. Okay, and it's all right, so little history lesson. This is not that long ago. This is like what, a couple of years ago at most. Faker was the random testing library that everybody was using. And the person who was maintaining and running it wasn't getting paid, like, standard typical open source work, not making any income from it. And so they published version 6.6.6 and deleted the entire project for that. So it broke everything that was like running for in CI/CD. And then basically said, I'm not getting paid, so therefore none of you should be able to get paid, or something like that. And then just rage quit. So it took a little while, but somebody created this, which is a fork of Faker, so called Faker.js. You can tell it's like, it's more than 6.6.6 now. So it's this is the one to use. So yeah, it's this is a nice library. All right, so Faker.js, I want to. So it's just Faker. Here, I'll just copy you. And because of that, I should just start be able to use this now. So I should be able to just do import from Faker. And I think it's Faker from this. So I don't know if it's Faker or Faker. I think it's Faker, right? Okay, yeah, import Faker from this, and then I can use it. Was Faker part of the mock lib scandal where they sold everyone's GitHub info? I don't think that was it. I don't think that the maintainer had any ill intent towards like people's data or anything else like that. So if it ended up being part of that, I think it was not. I have no evidence that it was due to like the maintainer doing something like that. I think it was just I want to be paid. And I think it kind of launched the entire, oh, we should like pay open source maintainers, maybe, possibly. I mean, it's better now than it was back then. Okay, so let's see. The first thing is creating a tag. So I want to do const. Our tag name is going to be Faker dot, and then we have our choices. This is just probably going to be a word, right? Faker dot word. Is it? Oh. Words. One. Give me one word. And now I can use this down here. Get by role. Okay, so then I click the create tag. I make sure that this name is still there. So that's the tag name, and that I can see it. I then go to create course title. Okay, so I want a course title. Now I could do word dot words. Is there figure dot? What else can I do that would like give me a sentence? I needed like a short sentence. We could do multiple words. I could do lorem ipsum. That could work too. Lorem. I want. Oh, we could. Okay, so how about this? Figure dot word. Dot words. This will be like five words. Then, okay, so that's the course title. Okay, so we fill course title. Then there's the long description. This can be lorem ipsum, right? So lorem, long description, we're going to do sentences. Let's do like 5 sentences. We know we have a short description. Just 1 sentence. RO Cloud, hello. How are you doing today? You've been away, you missed a few steps. You are testing for no login. Yes, because if you're testing for good login, the user and password should be in the database. I have the username and password in an environment variable that gets loaded up by the tests when they run. So I'm not going to actually put the username and password in the database. Correct. Yeah, I'm choosing random description, text, titles, things like that are randomized. Absolutely, yeah. I started doing random testing when I learned about what is it called? I don't remember what the official title of it is. End-to-end testing shouldn't really be reaching into the database anyways. This is going to reach into my Hasura database, but it's not a production one. It's going to reach into it's going to be like a full end-to-end test for like integration. I tried not reaching into the database originally, but then I found that my tests, I found that it's really easy to get sort of like out of sync. And then I want to make sure that the database configuration that I have is proper and working for the LMS that I have. So I kind of have decided like, okay, I'm just going to test it going into a test local database for this. Simply because I don't know if I can trust that it's working without it. That's the only problem. I haven't figured out a good way to like still trust the database without testing the database. Okay, so we create the tag. We have, okay, so tag name. Okay, so we have our course title. Now, this says select option values 2. I can do, okay, value string 2. Okay, so value string or an element handle or a read-only string, a value string undefined. Okay, so I think this is going to be the tag name. Long description, fill up this. You're going to be long description. Short description. Create the course. Course created. Close that. Let's see. Okay, then click create article. Fill that. Okay, so article body. Now, I don't have... Is there a faker for Markdown? That would be amazing if there was. So this is course content. And actually, I don't think there is. So I think, yeah, I think I'll just leave that exactly what we have in here. So I basically put in this introduction, welcome to the course, article created, close that, create a function, how to create a function. Okay, so article created, close that. Let's see. Go to courses, verify that we're in the Introduction to Rust course. Click on course articles, click on introduction, click on create a function, click save, make sure that course articles are saved. Get by label, close, okay. Close that. Navbar supported content, okay, so... Okay, then we go back to courses again, go into the Introduction to Rust course, and then I just see that those are there. Get by role link, okay, so expect that. Okay, make sure that the titles of the courses are there. Oh, okay, so Faker Ruby has Markdown. Interesting. You have to have some kind of unique screen that only a signed-in user can reach that you can test that you have reached. Yeah, and actually that's kind of like all of this stuff, right? Like I first log in and I do that. The entire like create a course is something you only can do if you've logged in as a author. Which, yeah, we should add in a not logged in. We try to go there and we just can't, and it takes us back to the other one. So yeah, we'll do that too. Okay, so we see the introduction, we see the long description. Go to preview, create a function. Okay, then I log out. Okay, then navbar. Okay, so I go to courses. Now I find introduction to Docker because I didn't realize I was on. I put the wrong information in my .env, and so the logout redirect took me to the real one. So that's not what I want. I don't want that. Yeah. Okay. So then here's where I go. Okay, go back to courses. Introduction to Rust. Introduction to Rust course. Okay, but name courses. This is the title. Okay, course title. Okay, name course title. We have our long description. Get by role. Okay, as we go to preview. Name introduction, but I think that is the title. create a function. So that was the introduction. That was the title of the article. Okay, so I do see that. I see create a function. Preview the article. Okay, then I have heading, introduction, welcome to the course, completed, go next, how to create a function. Click on that and expect us to be at the home page. Okay, so I think this will work now. I think it will. So let me close our code gen. And now if we go to flow, this should do the thing. And immediate failure. Cool. Okay, well, got a decent amount in. Let me make sure it's whatever that error is okay. Okay, error click, strict mode violation, get by role button name introduction, resolved to 2 elements because I have introduction in 2 different places. So we can see there's an introduction there and an introduction here still. I wonder if it's because for just a brief second, it's in both places. Because I think immediately after this, it stops being in both places. Okay, so I click on that, click on course articles, was this already assigned? Did this create the same course title? Okay, hold on. Okay, so I have welcome Brooks, test author. Go to tags, enter that. Cool. Tag name was A. Create course. As migrate very jittery scale. Okay, that's a good course name. I'm sure all of you. Okay, tag A. Log into that. Long description is that lorem ipsum. Short description is that. We create that. Okay. Create article. Oh, because I do name it with the same. Okay, so I do need to rename these to be random. So I need article 1. Okay, so article 1 title, let's do Faker words like 3, 4, 3. Const article 1 body Faker dot. Okay, is it internet? You said okay, so it's under there's markdown internet. It's not markdown. Okay, so it's not internet. Now that's Faker Ruby. Do you have Markdown here? Ah, there's no Markdown. Okay, so I'm just going to ignore the body and we're just going to do article 2 title. Okay, so article 1 title, article 2 title. Okay, so create the course. Course created, create article, title, fill. Article 1 title. Okay, there's the body for that. Create article, article created, close, title. Article 2 title, put in a body. Okay, article created, courses, course articles. Oh, missed this one. You need to be the course title. Course articles. I don't click on introduction. I click on article 1 title. Then article 2 title. Save, do that. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, I went to learning. Oh, because sign out. Okay, so I need to update my .env here. So my auth redirect URI is correct. My login URI, my logout URI is not correct. So that needs to be localhost 8080. Okay, let's try this again. I wonder if that's going to actually load it up. No, I think I need to restart it to get it to see the new environment variables. Okay, you failed. Locator, did you fail because I tried to put in, okay. It was looking for Enger after I created this, right? Because I click fill, then we have Enger. Create tag. And that timed out. Cool. I wonder if I need a more weight. Oh, I went back to here. Why am I on? Oh, because you know what? I need to. It's not the tests that need to be restarted for the logout. The tests are fine for that. It's the main Rust code that needs to be updated. And I need to resave. I need to get it to actually recompile. Now I think it should do what I want it to do. What are you waiting on? It never went to tag name. Okay, so we got to here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we have these stuff, but I think I didn't wait long enough after logging in. Waiting is such a pain in end-to-end testing. We have a couple of projects with flaky tests. You have to rerun the GitHub actions a few times because of async issues, causing the test to fail. Yeah, it's such a pain. And then as soon as it starts, like somebody, I think Playwright is trying to come up with some things to help out with it, but it's still like such a big deal. And nothing sets a project manager off more than having to rerun a long ass test a few times. True. Oh, and ad break is going on. Okay. You probably couldn't hear me. Okay, so I need to verify that we've actually logged in. So at the end here where we say isn't there some place where I have like introduction to the course? Here, I'll just cogen this again. So I just want to say visible is that. Okay, so after. Okay, so email address. Okay, so you will just click fill, press the tab key, fill the password, click continue. I see welcome Brooks. I see welcome, I see author. And then I also want to see Brooks Bell's learning there before I start trying to click into tags. And that should take a little bit longer. I have an entire rant about project managers and how useful it really is to have them in a project. I'm one of those people who don't really believe in project managers. Product managers, absolutely. I fully believe in them. But every single time I like say that, usually there's somebody who like, well then who's gonna like manage and make sure the project actually gets done? And it's like that's the team's job. And if the team can't do that, there you have bigger problems. And you need to work on that. Okay, so we got down to here. All right, so we see the description. We click on preview. And we're looking for, oh, the name introduction still. Okay. Here it is, heading introduction. And this needs to be Article 1 title. And then create a function. This needs to be Article 2 title. I still have introduction and create a function. Introduction to Rust course right there. Okay, so you need to be Article 1 title. No. That's the course title. This is my long description is long description. Okay, let's try that. One fun thing, and it took forever for product/project manager that it wasn't my team. The teams I worked on, I usually just either got rid of or didn't have a project manager. But a different team at the company had a product/project manager, which is not great to have that into like the same role. They're very opposite. They're focused on opposite things, which can cause problems. Anyways, they were shocked when we eventually managed to convince them to not overload the sprints with everything that they wanted to get done, but instead used like sort of data of like, okay, well, this is how much work they are typically able to get done. Let's take that, subtract 30%, and put that onto their board for the sprint. And when we did that, he was shocked when not only they finished the entire sprint, they pulled in more than they usually were able to get done. And that was sort of like, I was hoping that would be like an eye-opening moment of, hey, less, when you put less on your plate, you can get more done if you go into a flow state. It mixed results with that. Okay, where did you fail? Oh, we're trying to find introduction to Rust still. Yeah, name introduction. That is Article 1 title. Article 1 title. There it is. Okay, so this is Introduction to the Rust course. This is the course title. Okay. All right, so we get all this. What are you looking for? Create a function. Article 2 title. Okay, so next up, we get into here. Preview the article. We get in. And we're looking for the name title, apropos, abaft. Oh, because this one would actually be introduction because that's inside of the markdown. That was looking for, okay, so markdown would be that. Yeah, that's going to be, because I don't have like an actual markdown type thing, that kind of sucks. But you know what we can do? Where we create the article body, I can change that to be you. Okay, so instead of introduction like this, we change you to be article 1 title like that, article body. Ooh, article 2 title. Oh, you're so upset because I did that. I need to backslash all of these backticks. Okay, I think that'll be better. Oh, I have an error in here. Do you not? Oh, you don't like the backslash ticks? Okay, how about we do it old school JavaScript way? So I end you, I plus article 2 title, and then I plus that. That makes you happy, right? Old school JavaScript way. And the way I use Python in 2024. Does Python have string interpolation like JavaScript does, or is that still the way to do it? I haven't really been paying attention to Python for a long time. Also, hello Aluminum. How are you doing today? I'm still looking for how to create a function. Okay, article 2 title. I think we're getting pretty close though. Hey, it passed. Okay, so the test passed. Now, can I tell you to just run this like 20 times just to verify that it works? I don't know if I can. But one thing we can do is I can turn off UI mode and we can try running this test just through CLI mode. So npx playwright test without the UI, and everything should just work fine. And it's going to test on Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. Okay, so that failed waiting for that. I think it does have interpolation, but I can't recall how to do it. Google says curly brackets. Need to use the literal. Oh, okay. And okay. So yeah, it does have it, but that's all fun. Okay, so learner can log in failed. Let me look at what happened there. In all three browsers, that's a thing. It failed waiting to get role name back again. Yeah, okay, so I click on the continue to log in. So I need to wait for the URL to get here. Let's see, there's a way for us to do that. Okay, so password fill that. I find continue. I click that, and so I want to await page dot wait for URL. Wait for the mainframe to navigate to the given URL, and I can wait for CP. I wonder if I can. Let's see. Okay, I probably want to wait for that I find localhost in here. Commas? Did I put commas in the wrong places? Those aren't commas. Those are quotes, right? Single quotes. All right, what happened? Same thing? Oh, it got the expect to be visible. Did I not? I saved this, right? I thought I saved this. In the test that it ran, I don't see my wait for URL in here. I see click the continue, then it immediately does the expect here. Like it skipped this, which makes me think that I didn't do it right. Oh, quotes on localhost. I'm trying to do this as a regex. Like, I don't care what it's looking for. I guess I could be HTTP. It doesn't like that. Oh, because of the slashes. Oh, I wonder if I want to do like star then. That so this isn't showing any errors. There's no errors here. It's just red because of that's the theme that I have apparently has regex as red, which that's fun. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. It's good questions, I think. All right. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so we click on continue and then it immediately goes to here. So for some reason, this is not happening. So my guess is that I shouldn't use wait for URL. Can I do something like I want to, or here, let's go actually look at the documentation for it. Waits for the main frame to navigate to the given URL, which is, oh, does this not navigate me to the main frame? Hold on. Let me try logging it. Yeah, that brings me to the main frame again. Okay. So that doesn't feel like it's a problem. Okay. So I can use arguments URL, a string regex, or a function. Oh, I could also do a wait until network idle or something. People who can make crazy ass regex really are wizards. It does feel that regex is one of those like you could do an entire like magic system based upon regex in a fantasy story, and I think it would just still work, right? Network idle, discouraged. Consider operation to be finished when there are no network connections for. Okay, yeah. So don't use this method for testing. Rely on web assertions. Yeah. What we want to do is wait until we see that the URL is there. And as far as I can tell, it's not loading that. Now, is there a video So default is headless, and that's fine. I don't see anything about like a video that would be creating here. Couldn't I do something like star localhost? Oh no, that turns into a comment. Okay, that's not what I want. So probably. Oh, okay. So wait for you all. This actually looks much better. So I can do star for any number of things. I do localhost. So wait for us to come back to localhost like that. I accidentally pressed Q when with the W. That's cool. I'm good at keep computering. I won't lie, I avoid regex at all costs and sometimes just sign the test to some poor junior. Ah, the master delegator. Yeah. It's I always blow juniors' minds when they're like, I need to do regex. I'm like, okay. And then I watch them just like struggling with regex for like, I don't know, 20 minutes or so. And then until I'm like, okay, so next time, why don't you use like a visualizer tool? And they're like, wait, what? And then I show them like one of the 100 visualizer tools that you can find on the internet that like let you test and like see what's happening in regex live, and it blows their minds and they're like, oh my gosh, this is so great. And then I have to cut them back to like, okay, stop using regex for everything. I know it's fun, it's not good. Please don't use regex for everything. Like there's a reason for that joke. Oh, right. I wanted to also come back to our Playwright config. And I want to say in here somewhere. Okay, click to trace when retrying the failing test. So on first retry, I might want to set this to always. Why can I not move down sometimes? What's going on, Helix? 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 Weird. I can move like left and right, but sometimes down is not working. Oh, sometimes left and right it's like very laggy right now. I wonder if it's the config is like the LSP is trying to load like way too much stuff. All right, so I don't know if trace is what I want. Oh, I think that okay, I think it is trace. So let's head back up here. Hungry Bear Dev, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, collect the trace when trying to fail test. Let's do trace is going to be maybe always. Yeah, it has been a while. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. We've got a couple courses available on out. We're working on some fun, cool projects, and things are going well. And I'm glad that you're doing good. Okay, did you take? It's like dropping commands. There we go. Okay, I want retain on failure. So create the trace. Okay, come on, you can do it. This is the worst that I've seen Helix so far. I don't know what's going on with that. That's pretty bad. I can only I want to blame TypeScript for it. Oh, ad starting soon. I think an ad is starting any second now. All right, so I'm going to run this. And let's see if it creates a trace, which I think is sort of like a video that I can scroll through. And I want to see whether or not headless mode trying to do the login is different. Okay, so there's a trace. Now, can I open the trace from here? So learner can traces. There he goes. Okay, so I can. Okay, I can open that. I can read the. I can look at the trace. So I could see. Okay, we put in a username. We put in a password, and what? Wait. Oh. It got wrong username and password. That's the error that it got. Interesting. Wait, so Hugh, hello. How are you doing today? You don't get this. What is the problem with your Playwright call, and what is it that you want to happen? Nothing's wrong with the Playwright call. It's that the tests are failing. Now, what's interesting is that the login tests are failing because it's saying that the username and password are wrong. It is putting in. Oh, it put in nothing for the password. It put in absolutely nothing for the password. So it didn't see this. Interesting. Okay. This is another one of those things where I probably am going to have to fix this off stream because it's like actual password type stuff. Even though it's test password, I don't want to expose that. But it's getting the OR, which is super fascinating to see. And it makes me wonder if I need to load up. Okay, so I have loaded. Where's why? Okay, why are you putting Oh, my entire system is slowing down. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah. Why do you think the password is not actually in the environment where the username is? Yeah, I don't know. That's it's a good question. I mean, I don't think I hard coded the username, but I mean, maybe I did. Yeah, okay, so my entire Mac has slowed down quite a bit. I wonder if I'm trying to run. Okay. Wait a second. Is the Mac has slowed down quite a bit? Or oh, this keyboard. My keyboard crashed. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so it's not the Mac, it's the keyboard. P-Kill-9, you don't get any CPU time. That'll go down as one of the greatest nerd songs of all time. Yeah, it's good. No, so I don't know what happened, but my keyboard just stopped working properly. I unplugged it from USB and plugged it back in, and now it's fine again. My guess is that either it's the keyboard and like something weird happened with it because keyboards now have, chips in them and do their own thing, or it's the USB port, or more likely, it's the adapter that I use for USB-A to USB-C. That could have that could be breaking. Okay, so I think we're good again. So if I want to come here and look at my auth spec. Okay, go to login. Yeah, I don't. Okay, so I don't load. Okay, so when I load the login stuff here, I grabbing the test author, test learner username, or nothing at all. So it makes me wonder, it's threading stuff. I'm using it in a .env file, so it's not actually loaded up in the environment itself. It's supposed to be loaded up. Now, it's grabbing one of these, but maybe I do have like one of those loaded up already, and I need to do something like import from .env config as .env .env. So if I just run you, I think that would work. What are you upset about? Oh, module.env has no exported member. Okay, so import, how about this? .env. I think it was config. Debug.env key, encoding override path. Don't remember if I want to do anything with this. Okay, so if I do that, let's rerun the test again. So, second, did I load up about this Mac? Oh yeah, I'm on 14.4. So I'm on not just 14.1, I'm on 14.4.1. So it's possible that one of my like it just stopped working with one of my uh adapters or whatever that is. Okay, so you still failed. Let's see. Okay, come in. I can look at the trace. Yeah, and it's got empty again. Okay, so fill. And it correctly puts in a value for the email address. It then clicks on password. Oh, it attempts to put in the value for the password. Oh. Oh, that's fun. Okay, so there is a difference in my password has some special characters in it, which, it should. And .env for Rust doesn't want me to have quotes. I wonder if I can backslash it then. Because it basically stopped trying to use the password after it reaches special characters. So I can see it got to this thing here, and then I want, it starts, okay. We backslash that. Let's try running you again. My password does not have a quote in it, but it has other special characters which are causing issues. And so I need to quote it, or I need to backslash and escape those special characters. So I tried escaping that, and we're going to see how that goes. Okay, so the problem is, so actually the main test that we just wrote, those are passing just fine. It's this password. Oh, haha. Your account has been blocked after multiple consecutive login attempts. Okay, so that's a new issue. Okay, so I need to go find that user. Blocked from, okay, it tells me somebody was attempting to brute force my app and it's blocked that user. Cool. I like that. I want to unblock and let's try again. So still an error. Everything. Let's see. Okay. Firefox tested an error, but Chrome and Safari passed. And then the learner login, everything errored. Okay, and it's the same. It's the same issue. I need to quote. Okay, so I think I need to fix this off stream. Mostly because I don't want to just have to work over there the entire time on a tiny monitor. So it's really an integration test of your user login management system. Not really. It's but it's interesting because the recommendations for handling authentication in your integration end-to-end tests have changed over the years. Initially, it was just ignore your authentication system and don't do it. But then over time, he was like, well, but you actually do want to make sure that that authentication works with your system. So go ahead and authenticate through like the back channels, like send, use a secret key to go generate a token and then inject a cookie or whatever it is like into your testing browser and then test that way. And then eventually they're like, you know what? No, you should test by the way that the user would actually do things. Like actually test the full flow. And even if it's third-party stuff, like just test that. And that's now the recommended way that you do tests. And so, yes, you do want to test your user login management system, right? Because you want to make sure that people can log in. And if they've broke it, you want to know that they've broken it. Okay, so I don't know how much I want to move forward with today. Yeah, but so integration, I mean end-to-end test with real software components. Yeah, exactly. And so that's what I'm doing here. Like this is a full integration end-to-end testing of the application in a development environment. So I'm still using the authentication system for in the cloud for development because I want to make sure that's working and I actually get like I'm working with tokens from the actual system. But I have a local database and I have my local GraphQL API on top of that database. I have local code that's localized here. And I can recreate all of that stuff inside of a CI/CD system as well. So that should just be fine. And CI/CD has access to internet, so it can do the authentication as well too for testing. All right, so I think what I want to do is bring the stream down so I can continue working on testing here. But I'm pretty we're pretty close. And I think we got everything that we want to be tested by ourselves. And so I'm going to go ahead and finish this off stream, get this pushed up. So that way next time we work on this, we're going to be able to move on to the next ticket, the next issue, which is going to be, what are you? Probably updating the LMS Yew version to whatever the new one is. Because I think we're on 0.21 and I think 0.22 has come out. Something like that. Maybe we're on 0.20 and 0.21 has come out. I'm not exactly sure which one I have and which one I want to go to. But I want to do that and then we can run the test and make sure that everything is still working as expected. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. So with that, thank you everybody for hanging out today. I hope that you all have a great rest of your Tuesdays. I'll be back tomorrow on Twitch only, and we're going to be working on the stream manager and turning that into a fun, silly awesome project. I hope it's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be all REST type stuff, but I'll explain more tomorrow during that VOD. And I don't know if I'm gonna be putting those VODs onto YouTube at all. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably record them, and like if there's anything interesting in them, I can cut up and put them over there. But I don't know how much value is that. I think this is just gonna be sort of like a work, like hanging out and working type stream. So with that, thank you everybody. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.